inheritance war seems to be exploding with the Delhi High Court that has now allowed Priya Sunjay Kapur to submit asset details in a sealed cover. The lawyer representing Karisma Kapur's children claimed that confidentiality is a cloak used by Priya Sunjay to grab the assets. The assertion is that Priya Sunjay appropriated assets under the will to herself, and she stated that there is no need to disclose the asset details in public domain. We have Mandira Kapur, Sunjay Kapur's sister, joining us here on the broadcast. Ms. Kapur, thank you very much for taking out your time. And the Delhi High Court, meanwhile, the developments they're saying, allowing Priya Sunjay to actually submit her personal assets and liabilities in a sealed cover. What is your assessment of this development?
Firstly, it's my brother's assets, not Priya's. Sealed cover, I don't understand the concept of a sealed cover. We've not signed an NDA. I don't think any of the parties have agreed to an NDA. Why this is being put in this form is still a question for everyone, I think. Everyone was in shock when we were told, when mom, Lolo, the kids, everyone's been told that we have to sign an NDA. It's a bit absurd. So I'm very happy with the fact of the outcome today.
So have you had any communication with the petitioners or with Karisma Kapur regarding this matter?
Not the with Lolo, yes, we talk every day. We've been in touch, Mom and her and me. Yes, we're in touch. We're working together.
So the petitioners' counsel stated in court that the children's bank accounts were being wiped out clean, that 6% of their share in the company had been allegedly appropriated by Priya Kapur herself. As someone who are closely connected to the petitioners, as you say, can you provide us with more details on that current financial situation?
I don't think it was the kids' bank accounts. I think it was the bank accounts listed in the what I think Mr. Jethmalani was referring to, that the bank accounts in the will were wiped out. I'm not sure it was the kids. And the others, I mean, I think we still need clarity on what is going on and what has gone on.
So does Priya Sunjay Kapur, has requested your mother, Rani Kapur, and the petitioners to sign this NDA or this non-disclosure agreement before seeing the details to his assets. What is the family's position on this? Do you see this as a potential barrier to transparency in the case?
I mean, I think anyone would. But I think the judge was very good with her judgment, and that's why I've been going on saying that I believe in the Indian judicial system, and I do believe justice will be served. And today was a good example of that, where no one has to sign an NDA, and everyone is going to get what is, what is meant to come to them as far as seeing what is going on. So I think it was a very good judgment today.
So the will copy will also be shared with your mother, Rani Kapur. What are your expectations from this disclosure, given the petitioner's lawyers have also called this bill as bogus? Do you and your mother anticipate any significant revelations?
I mean, I think from hearing what was in the will, where nothing has gone to the kids, we all have the same opinion that it's bogus, because we know, my mother knows her son, I know my brother, and the kids know their father, and the love that they shared, I think it is, and anyone who knows this family will know it does not make sense at all for my brother not to have left anything for them, especially when we hear there's Portugal visa, golden visa being done for inheritance tax. If you're not leaving them anything, why were you pushing to do it? Nothing's adding up. So, when the will comes, I think it's between my mom and the lawyers to sit down and decide what's next.
So can you also tell us about this financial dispute, how it is affecting the family, especially the children, personally and emotionally?
I think the entire family has been affected, because this is something my father and mother have created together. My brother, sister and me have been a part of it. Our kids have been a part of it. The entire family has. And today there's no bloodline except for Azaris who has anything of my father's estate. And Azaris came in much after my father passed. Priya had never met my father. This whole thing is bizarre, that the people alive who have built this and our families have nothing, but this one person who's come in much later has walked out with everything. So I think optically, I think the world can see how bizarre this all is. And if there's so much truth to it and all of that, why isn't everything being shared? And I've been saying it from day one. Show us everything. If there's nothing to hide, why are we going back and forth and stuff? Come out and sit down with us and show us how everything has come to you. Because we're all unaware of this and we're all in shock. And I think my mother at almost 80 years old should not be going through this. She's not been allowed to grieve my brother. She's in shock every day with what's going on. I think it's very unfair to do this to an 80-year-old woman, and the one who has stood by her husband to build everything. And she is the actual, this is all her estate. It shouldn't be anyone else's. So the fact that it's left with no one, none of my father's bloodline is in this, I think the world can see how ridiculous this is. And I want to ask the question, if this was, an estate of, say, 38,000, would this have happened to us? No. Or much less. Would this have happened? No. It's because of the amount of the estate, what the estate adds up to, is why this is happening. And at the end of the day, the greed should, I think everyone needs to look at what this family has been through to build this for the family, not for one individual, for the family.
All right, Ms. Kapur, appreciate you joining us here on the broadcast. Of course, as far as when it comes to the legality is concerned, the case that is still going on when it comes to the courts there. Thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now. With that, we head into a short break.